Guns of Icarus Online is a steampunk multiplayer first-person shooter game on PC and PlayStation 4, and it is awesome fun. It is an indie game developed by Muse Games, which kickstarted the game in 2012, and obviously got their funding as it exists today. It is a sequel to their first game, Flight of the Icarus, formerly known as Guns of Icarus Classic, which is a steampunk-themed turret defense game. In this game, there is an overwhelming number of options and information to ingest, but once you get over the basics, in the great tutorials provided, it is worth the hassle. The first choice you decide is whether you want to be a pilot, the one that flies the ship, the engineer, the one that repairs everything by hitting stuff with wrenches, or the gunner, the one that shoots enemy ships down. As the pilot, you must control the throttle, the altitude of the ship, and you will inevitably piss off the engineers for burning too much fuel to go faster and blowing up the engines. When attacked, or if the pilot is taking too many liberties with his flying, you must repair things that get damaged as the engineer, and there are a lot of different things to repair. You got the balloon, you got multiple engines, you got the hull that is basically your life support, and however many weapons that you have mounted on your ship. And you can repair these by using a handful of different repair items, such as the quick repairing tool or extinguishers when fires pop up. When you have your gunner, they hold a variety of different ammos, each with their own benefits and special abilities. Once you have decided your class, you'll be introduced to 7 different types of flying ships, all with different layouts and stats such as turning abilities and speed. You have the Galleon, the Pyramidion, Spire, Mobula, Goldfish, Junker, and Squid, each with their own loadouts that you can customize. The gameplay is pretty easy once you learn the basics. You are pitted against enemy ships and you must outmaneuver and outshoot them on a variety of different maps with different gameplay modes. There is only 1 pilot per ship and 3 more crew members, often being 2 engineers and 1 gunner. Piloting is probably the most difficult for new players, seeing as you have to maneuver through some difficult terrain, dodge other ships, and get into range so that your gunners can actually hit them. Engineers have the stressful job of keeping the ship alive and knowing the routes of where everything is located, which is key, so you'll have to study the ship you're working on before beginning the match. Gunners probably have the easiest jobs of shooting and running to different weapons. Knowing the range of the weapon and what it's good against is the gunner's job, and also the benefits of certain ammo with certain weaponry. You must also rely on your teammates a lot, and having a good crew means so much, as it can get pretty hectic when battles get intense, as you can see here in one of my matches. So far the game is only online multiplayer, and does not have a single player mode with enemy AI, although it might come in the future. Sometimes it is frustrating waiting to connect to a game, but it gives options if you're bored of waiting, whether or not to increase the difficulty or add in other game modes that you previously selected not to be part of. You do get some people who will order others around, telling you what class you should be, what items you should take, as you can look at each person's loadout. You can also dress up your character and unlock new items when completing certain objectives in the game. There's also a store, so if you want to get specific items for your character, you can go buy them there. In the end, this game is a lot of fun, especially if you can get a group of friends together to play it, or you just have an awesome team. Either or, I highly recommend anyone who is into online multiplayer to get this game. You will not be disappointed. If you plan to play this game, definitely do the tutorials and look at the game manual for some nice tips. Enjoy!